let me tell you about Con Air, dude.
All right.
Okay.
This director made 2 beautiful pieces of art. This guy, Simon West.
Mhm.
He made Con Air, and before that, years before that, he directed Rick Astley in that famous video.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
same director.
You're right.
Really?
It is in his
Yeah.
credits.
So Never Gonna Give You Up was directed by the Con Air guy?
Yeah.
He has the magic
It
touch.
makes total sense.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That means he worked with that one drunk dancer guy that injured himself on the set.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that what
probably.
happened on the set of the We're Gonna Give You Up?
Yeah, apparently.
Really?
Oh, no.
Someone got injured?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the
dude.
acrobatic dancers hurt himself.
He danced a little too hard, I guess.
Hmm.
I don't remember all the details. It was like a pop-up video thing. I might even be misremembering
Oh,
it.
pop-up video. Oh my God. I missed that. I always wonder if they were true.
They were trying to do that for like TV shows. Do you remember that? They were like, well,
Did
Yeah.
they're-
Yeah, I do.
like they did
And
it
they
for.
had it for movies too, didn't they?
Yeah, they had it for a movie. They did it for the Drew Carey show, and they even did it for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I remember thinking, like, huh, it's a lot of work.
My memories at this point are kind of faded because I don't know. I can't remember which of those things were just DVD features and which were actually broadcasted.
Both of those I remember seeing broadcast, and definitely for Avatar, definitely for Drew Carey's never been released on home media.
Yeah, and I
believe.
totally believe that it
So-
happened for both. It's just I don't remember which was which.
So wait, going back to Con Air. So I have
Yes.
a very
What's
specific.
important?
Okay, so Con Air to me, I think. Let me know
Which
if
one?
you
Which
guys.
Con Air? Which Con Air?
What
Nicolas
Con Air
Cage.
means to me as a mother.
With Nicolas Cage. No, it does. So let me know if you guys have this in your life. But I remember Con Air was the movie for me that I saw when I was younger. That was like, ooh, I shouldn't be watching. Like it felt like.
Oh, I shouldn't be
That
watching
was
this
not.
movie.
That was not for
Like,
me.
But do you have a movie in your life? Like to me, in my life, Con Air is that representation of being on the cusp of like, I'm young and I'm not sure I should be watching this.
Wow, there's
and-
nothing in it that's bad.
No, I know, but I was little though. Like it just felt like
Mm.
illegal for me to watch. And that to
Okay.
me, that's why Con Air is important to me because it's the one movie I remember when
It
I
was your
little
first
being
naughty
like,
watch.
Yeah, even though it's not bad, but I remember it distinctly
That's
being like,
weird.
this
Yeah.
feels wrong. Do you guys have a movie like that?
Why? Because Nicolas Cage is in it?
I don't know. It just felt like I was just on that
Because there's a word
age.
con in it?
There's just something illicit about Nicolas Cage.
It just felt illicit. I don't know. It was a little kid.
There's a lot of violence.
I'm
There
looking
is-
back on it now. I feel like dumb about it, but when I was a little kid, it felt wrong. Like I shouldn't be watching this. And through
You
a little,
felt like you're
little-
committing a crime because there's so many
Yeah.
criminals on screen.
exactly. And I liked it a
There's
lot.
so many
I remember
cons
thinking like, I like
in the air?
this. Yeah. But do you have? What's your movie like that, Marvin? Do you have one?
For me, it was when I was 10 years old and I watched Taxi Driver with my dad. So
Oh, okay.
that's,
that's
that I truly should not have been watching, except he sort of was like, we should watch this. And I was like, okay.
I'm going to stand with him and say he was wrong.
I'm gonna go with every time I was watching anime and titties just showed up on screen.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
it's
you
like,
watch
oh, like I was like, ooh, Ninja Scroll, this is gonna be fun. Like, why is he doing that? And then he dies.
yeah. Oh, I finally got my hands on the end of Evangelion movie. I've been wanting to know how the series really ends. And
Well,
Starts
not
opening
like the
scene.
show is without its own little bits of
right. The opening
of
scene of
stuff.
Evangelion is, I think he's like 15 years old and he's jacking off in front of a comatose girl.
Oh.
So,
I know that
That's your
opening scene,
opening,
but that's
okay.
that's end of Evangelion specifically.
yeah, that's right there. So,
were you?
know,
So you Taxi Driver was with your dad.
Yeah.
But were these other illicit, explicit?
I think
things
if it's by
yourself?
myself, it would have been like video games that were very
Mm.
violent, like Duke Nukem, or like I remember playing Max Payne when I was younger and being like, "Ooh, there's a lot of violence in this game."
This made me remember about one time I was visiting a family in Hawaii, and my brothers got to go see The Mask in theaters with an aunt, and I did not.
Oh.
I was not allowed to go because I was
Because
too
you were too
young for The
young?
Mask.
But it's
Oh,
the mask.
no.
Oh my god,
sucks.
It's just that Cameron Diaz was too sexy.
She's
Or
too
something.
hot in that movie.
I think also with Con Air, I think going deep in my brain back then, I think I also had like I found Nicolas Cage like attractive, and I was like,
I
what
mean,
are
he had
these
that long
feelings?
hair, that
Found.
long
Yeah.
Wow.
and that southern accent. you
Yeah,
know?
I was like, "What are you're in that
And that
little kid
thinning
world where
hair.
you're like, I'm I'm feeling things about Nicolas Cage in Con Air that I never knew I had in me." So that's why it's important to me.
There's a lot of weight to Con Air in Sarah's life.
Yeah, really.
My dad had me watch Taxi Driver with him, but when it came to like The Simpsons or when it came to like wrestling, like WWF, he was like, "You shouldn't watch that. That's too violent."
Because he didn't watch it. He
Yeah.
didn't
The
like it,
Taxi
so
Driver.
shut up.
You know, let's just have.
Yeah, that's cool. Dads like that. He probably let you watch all the Bond films you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at Nicolas Cage and Con Air, and yeah, he's I could see why little me was like attracted.
He's in that tank, you know.
Yeah, he's got this like southern
Give me back my bunny.
like
you know?
southern
Like-
trash look to him that
You know,
I could
he's-
see little me being like, is this attractive? Do I like this?
I'm being told this
Is
is an
this like
attractive
Florida
protagonist.
yeah, this was what I was surrounded by, being in southern Florida.
Oh, speaking of Con Air, though, Colomini is in Con Air.
That's
as
right,
Agent
that's
Jones.
right.
And that's how
Yeah.
we tie it to Star Trek. There we go.
I forgot about that. He's a dick in that. He's a dick in that, dude.
What is he in that? I don't remember. What is
He's
he?
a guard, or he's an agent. Yeah, he's like
He's like always trying to big time fucking John Cusack in the movie.
You know who else was in there that I've forgotten, but is in Dave Chappelle.
Dave
I
Chappelle.
forgot he was in there.
Wow.
Okay, so this is quite the film.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
just to let you guys know, this was not a trip around the sun.
No, this is a trip around Con Air.
Yeah,
So-
this was just the Con Air trip.
Love it.
Uh,
Hey, we tied it back to Star Trek.
yeah, but
Colomini.
Colomini's everywhere. If you look for
Yeah,
him,
he'll pop
he's-
up.
If you
in a lot of things,
if you
yeah.
look for him, you'll find him.
you will.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of things. Yeah. He's always. It's funny in real life. He's like a super chill, nice guy, but he's generally typecast as assholes. Like he tends to be some sort of badass or some sort of stick up his butt guy. Who,
Did he have an accent in Con Air?
no. I think he just had an American accent. from what I
He just
remember.
had an American. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because he's Irish, right?
Yeah, he is Irish in real life.
Yeah.
Does he put on any sort of accent at all for his role in TNG?
I think that's just him.
He's like,
Okay.
"Oi, fuck yeah." That's how he runs his whole life. He's like, "Oi, fuck."
We need you to be
Yep.
more Irish,
Yeah.
Column. All right.
Yeah, he keeps dropping the c word. By c word, I mean cunt. Are we a minute in?
By
Can
the
we
C word,
say,
I mean
can we say the c
column.
word?
Oh,
I think
we're
it's
past
been
the first
like
60
a little
seconds.
more
We're
than a
fine.
minute.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We've been
All
past.
right, dude. Hey, if you're a new listener, then welcome.
It's been a hot minute since we
Yeah.
had our last recording, so welcome back, everyone. Welcome.
Yes, we're happy
If you're
to be back.
if you're a
Welcome
long
back.
time caller, first time listener, welcome. If you're a long time listener, first time caller, hey, welcome back. Thanks for hanging with us. First of all,
Why do we keep getting calls from people who don't listen to us?
I know we don't even have a number. Also, shout out to the Discord group.
Yeah.
because,
Mhm.
pretty
It's
cool.
been fun in there. It's been
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Love you guys.
There's a cool band of people in there now.
Yeah,
We have a little group of bandits there.
Yeah.
Let's not put labels on them, Marvin.
It's been great. Yeah, we just random discussions, people sharing pictures of their pets, people having philosophical discussions, and there's
Yeah.
also Baldur's Gate 3 discussions, which I need because Dan won't play it with me. Dan.
I don't have 300 spare hours of my life.
Listen, I played I'm only on my second character, and my first character, when I played it super scraping, it was only 140 hours. It wasn't 300. So, you know.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
That's ungodly.
The
I mean,
second
I've
time.
clocked over 200 in Breath of the Wild, so
Yes.
I want to say that one of these days, and Marvin, maybe you could help me set it up, because sometimes I'm sometimes late at night I finish playing COD and I'm like, I'm a little bored. I could go for like another hour on a game, but like I don't want to do COD by myself because I can't, like, I don't want to, like,
can't COD yourself.
Yeah, I can't COD myself. So I'm thinking of playing that Star Trek Online game. And streaming it, and just streaming it on the Discord. So if you're
maybe we could figure out a time when we're all playing.
Yeah,
we could try to.
Well, I'm gonna do it when I'm high, dude.
That's fine.
Because it's the best time for me.
You're gonna spend like 4 hours just making your characture. Being
yeah, dude.
What can I do with this face?
Big old bulge, dude. Is it like what's a game? The Futurama? No, what's the game? New Cyber Nuke? What's that?
What? Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk, yeah. You could really go crazy on the dick.
Yeah, you can choose. Well, same for Baldur's Gate 3, actually. You can choose your genitalia.
Dick?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Baldur's Gate 3 is one of like the most sexy RPGs around currently.
Can you put tattoos in your dick in Baldur's Gate?
I believe you can to some degree.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You did, dude.
I believe, and it's also very, very open. You can choose any gender you want, any sort of designation you want. You know,
I mean, they advertised with the bear sex scene, so.
Oh yeah,
a bear sex?
Literally. So there's magical people called druids, and this particular druid, when he gets super, super horned up, he turns into a bear. So you know,
that's a werebear.
A werebear. So you know, that's
Baldur's Gate.
What happens? Then
sex happens.
Get to bear fucking. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's Baldur's Gate. That's like
is that what you're into?
That's like 25% of Baldur's Gate 3 is like,
don't judge the man, Sarah. Come on, dude.
They're gonna have
you don't have an H in your name, dude. You shouldn't be judging it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry for being judgmental.
This man just likes to do sexy things with other men in the game.
As a bear.
Yeah, as a bear, dude.
Yeah, sometimes not as a man. Sometimes I'm playing a lady. You know.
Yeah.
We
don't know.
All right. Teach their own.
Yeah, you know. You sometimes you just want to see what the other side is like. You know?
Yeah. The other side of the bear fence.
Yeah, the other side of the bear
fence. The other side of the bear fence is not always greener, though.
Yeah. Sometimes I want to see what the quality of life is like on the other side.
Nice.
Which is what we watched this week, aka Measure for Man, but with cute little robots.
I'm gonna say it right away. This was more fun than the Measure of Man.
I knew you were gonna say that. You bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you do have the tiny little like Kirby things.
Yeah,
yes.
The exocomps. They look like Rogan Rolla.
Did you guys ever see a movie called Batteries Not Included?
Oh, that strikes a chord, but I forget.
Kind of remind me of that a little bit. Gave me a Batteries Not Included vibe.
I might just be thinking about Safety Not Guaranteed. I'm sorry.
The exocomps were inspired by little robots from Dirty Pair. A specific robot named Nanmo. So Dirty Pair comes back into Star Trek's a lot of Dirty Pair references.
The Dirty Pair fan in the Star Trek like crew was active.
Yes, active and kicking. That's why it's like a little robot with legs, little feet, little Kirby feet. It's like
a Rogan Rolla, but like pointed outward. If you like reached into a Rogan Rolla's face and just ripped it forward, that's what you get.
Okay, sorry. I was already going to go into it. Sorry. I've done this in a long time.
Well, the quality of life. It first aired on November 14th of 1992. Dan, let's go around the sun.
Hello. So, there's only 2 major movies that dropped in the meantime between this episode's airing and the last episode's airing, despite the fact that we've been kind of dark for a little bit ourselves. On the 11th of November of that year, Disney's Aladdin, starring Robin Williams, came out. Sometimes I like to point out that this movie technically has a few seconds of the patriotic American song "Stars and Stripes Forever" in it. Does everyone remember like when that happened?
No.
No,
I don't remember.
What movie?
It's when Genie goes, "Hail the conquering hero."
This is an Aladdin?
Yep.
What?
It's just I just pointed out. It's like, hey, like you thought Aladdin has no like America in it. It's totally in there.
Even Aladdin has some American patriotism.
America, Aladdin.
Fuck yeah. Gonna save motherfucking Aladdin. 11:13. The next movie that came out. Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh,
starring
shit.
Gary
Oh.
Oldman, Winona Ryder, Anthony Hopkins, and Keanu Reeves with a horrible accent.
He tried his best.
He's hello, my name's Jeff Chilios. I'm here to kill Dracula.
That's what he said.
Dude, oh my god. I don't even want to say it out loud, dude. Someone wants to steal it. Dude,
He's
Statham as a vampire hunter, dude.
As Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Well,
it's actually pretty sick.
Statham as Constantine would work.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. Okay. Calm down, Dan. Calm down. All right. He could. But
before
imagine
it
him
gets
fighting
too
vampires.
Yeah,
Oy.
that's
Fuck
that,
your
that works.
teeth.
just transporting vampires.
Yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula even had Tom Waits and Monica Bellucci in it.
You gotta say it with your fingers like this, Monica Bellucci.
Yeah, no,
I
have to
watched
say
the
it like
Monica
David Lynch
Bellucci
says.
movie
Yeah.
again.
Every time I say Monica Bellucci, that's to be how David Lynch says it. Monica Bellucci, because he has Monica Bellucci dreams in Twin Peaks.
Excellent.
Guys, we did it.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, we actually did do it because that
Oh
was
my God.
the end of our trip around the sun. It's been a while for me too. I forgot
knew
to
it.
conclude it.
Oh,
It's been a while.
let's lock it
Shut
down.
it
then.
off.
It's locked down. You locked
Wow,
down.
we made it in sync with, somewhat in sync with the music.
You know what's also locked down? Our sponsorship with Extra. Because you know what? Father's Day is coming up. And Extra
Hell
was like,
yeah.
hey, listen.
I thought you were announcing the end of our sponsorship.
This is how
You
it
know
is.
what's no
boy.
longer locked down because of all the dick skin requests? Our sponsorship with
God.
Extra.
I would actually understand if they were like, look, we have to end
Well,
things.
yeah, like
I
I've
would
been waiting for
understand
that
it, but
shoe to
I'd
drop since the
still,
beginning.
dude. If they cancel this, dude, I'm gonna be so upset. The people at Extra should know. There's no. What does it say? There's no
Crying in baseball.
wrath to my fury. What is it called? What does it say?
There's no
Hell
crime.
hath no fury like a Ricardo scorned.
Like a dick skin scorn, dude.
Yeah,
I will be
dick
so
skin
fucking pissed. I will shit on fucking this wallet forever, dude.
We've actually reached a point where they just keep sending us stuff.
Why are you gatekeeping the stuff, dude?
No. So I think what we
I'm
might
kidding,
do
I'm kidding.
is for people in our Discord, we might just do a giveaway. Just be like, here's, just take it. Like we don't.
Yeah.
They're sending us too much stuff. We've already given tons of stuff to friends and family, and they're like,
you know
we're
what
good.
You know what we should do? Is
Yeah.
At this point, we're just
we should-
problem solving.
look. I don't look. Maybe we have to delete this part, but we take a wallet and we put Star Trek stickers on it. Like we design our own Star Trek. You know what I mean?
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could
You
do
know,
that.
something cool, and then give it away.
No, let's
be
let's
cool.
keep that in. That's a good idea. We should do that. We should do
You
something
know what?
like
Delete that because then they're gonna come out with the Star Trek wallet and they're gonna take all the credit. These bastards. They won't
That's
give us a
another
dick skin
thing.
wallet, but they'll give us a Star Trek wallet. I bet.
I find it interesting that. So we're going to talk about the competitor for a hot minute. Speaking of things that we might delete but may not. So Ridge does lots of crossovers, like they do like, oh, here's like this brand or this brand on the Ridge wallet.
Here's let me tell you about Ridge though. They're a piece of shit company, dude, and they're a shit wallet, dude.
I genuinely do not like the Ridge wallets, actually, just to put it out there. But I find it odd that Extra has the only like co-branded thing Extra's ever done is with Messi, the football player.
You know why? Because their shit's so good, they don't need that bullshit, dude.
Mhm.
Messi's the only
But they
thing that
do
was
need
bigger.
Messi.
Yeah,
Well,
well, and
Messi-
Messi's
who
huge.
doesn't like Messi, though, dude?
Messi's huge, though. He's
Yeah.
huge. He's about to make chicken sandwiches for the Hard Rock Cafe.
That's about as big as you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard Rock Cafe, they'll never close down.
Chicken sandwiches at Hard Rock,
Yeah.
you've reached the top of the top.
You know, like anytime I think of a delicious food, I think the word messy.
Yeah, I don't want to talk shit, but he should have really teamed up with Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has a delicious menu. I know it's only like a Southern California thing, I think.
Mm,
Really?
but
Isn't Jack in
it's
the Box across the country?
I don't think so.
I don't think
No.
so.
Really?
No.
Oh.
No. I've never heard
tell
of
you
it
what.
until I moved here.
Oh, wow.
Never.
That's right, because it's cool. No, like pollos.
I mean, I love
asados.
Jack in I love Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is
It's
great
really
because they literally have a guy who's really high designing like their menu. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely were like, we need to actually have a stoner menu.
The
No, well,
no.
meal.
and like now, like the hours of like 6 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna break this down in our sponsored read. Okay, so like you have like a lot of like dudes that like forgot to buy breakfast in the morning, and so from like 6 in the morning till about 10 a.m. it's just dudes that are like going to the construction site. It's just like, hey, I need to get something in me fast, and it's not because look,
I woke up late. I need breakfast. I just gotta go. The
breakfast at Jack in the Box way better than McDonald's. I'm gonna say
most of the time, at least sandwich wise, definitely.
Yes, for sure.
Except the McGriddle. The McGriddle has a special place in my heart.
You're sick, dude. You're sick, dude. So it's perfect. And then in the middle of the day, it's really like just weird business people coming in, like
weird business people.
Yeah, like what are they doing here? And then the 9 p.m. crowd
it's
shows
the
up.
late
and
night crowd.
Literally the night at 9 p.m. their menu kicks in. It's called a late night menu.
Oh yeah,
and they have boxes that are totally
munchie
designed
meals,
by
dude.
people who are fucking high.
Yeah,
they're called munchie meals.
Yeah,
and literally it's like a patty melt, but with onion rings and nacho cheese.
Yeah,
and it's like, imagine someone who's really high and is like, okay, I want a patty melt.
I mean, my favorite,
I want onion rings. I want barbecue sauce, and
I
want onion rings.
The taco thingy.
Little tacos.
The little taco boxes that are just filled with tiny tacos.
So good.
That's my favorite sandwich. Chicken tater melt is chicken with tater tots on it and bacon and cheese.
To be honest, I'm not sure they offer like their craziest things on that munchie meal anymore. These days, it's just like select one of the existing burgers from elsewhere on the menu.
Really?
It isn't that special triple decker stuff.
Did they get rid of the munchie sandwiches?
So they rotate the munchie meals. So like,
okay,
but then they have one that's like select your own meal. So like you get to add a taco or a chicken sandwich, and it's like
okay.
It's still designed by someone who's really high, and
it's more modular.
You got me thinking of that, dude. I'm all my mouth's all watering, dude. Just thinking about those sweet Whoppers.
I mean, the last time I checked, I think those things were $11.
They were $11. Wow.
Yep.
Fucking inflation, dude.
What?
Yep. Inflation,
dude. But it's quality stuff, dude. Designed by high people. So
I don't know if I've ever told the story in the podcast. One time, Dan and I were at my parents' house late night.
Oh, you can't tell. It's not here, dude. Not in front of Sarah, dude.
And we were trying to figure out what to eat, and then my dad came out of nowhere, and he's like, "We should all go to Jack in the Box." And I was like, "Oh, sure. What brought that on?" And maybe what brought that on? And then he was like, "Well, because Jack in the Box, it's healthy."
Oh my God, dude.
And it was. We lived a good while after that.
Yeah.
So we all went to Jack in the Box.
Some would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So anyway, they should partner up. Jack in the Box should partner up with Extra, dude.
Yeah. Make it, the little logo could be the Jack head,
with the little cone.
Yeah, with the cone. That's what they should do. But you know what? The Father's Days is coming up, and Extra.
Messy's a father too, dude. Don't leave him out, dude.
Extra, makes high quality wallets, but also lots of EDC stuff. So, they have key holders, they have their grid backpack, they have their grid duffel backpack, which they're sending over to us. So
remind the kind people at home, what does EDC stand for?
Oh, everyday carry, not electronic dance.
EDC means everyday dicks.
Electric Daisy Carnival.
Everyday cocks, really.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that is what it means. But if you head on over to extra.com.
Sarah got her EDC.
That's also what EDC stands for.
Yep.
And then you use our offer code Newbie, NEWBIE. I've been told that up until Father's Day, it's going to be up to 40% off.
Hey, do you think you can get them to send us a duffel bag? I'm going to be traveling on.
They're sending us one right now.
Really?
The duffel bag.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. No.
You know what? Those people over there, salt of the earth, dude. Beautiful people over there.
This is what I mean. Like randomly, they'll email us and be like, "Do you guys want more stuff?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Yes,
They also almost sent us the gold wallet. They just ran out. Everyone bought the gold wallets.
Crazy.
Ooh,
It's classy, dude.
They probably only had 5.
You know what? Here's the thing. So I used to talk shit about the rose gold fucking iPhone, but then I saw it in person, and I'm like, I fucking kind of want
it's made of gold.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'll get to try out the duffel bag, you know? And
Hell
Yeah, we'll see.
hopefully that'll be
how
cool
that's
and we
like.
can report back.
Tell us about your backpack that you got. You like
I mean, I've been finding it
you like
useful
it.
I've been personally finding it useful. We do like, little side film shoot projects on the side. It's very useful for carrying equipment in that.
Yeah, if you like
yeah.
a photographer or do any kind of like filming or content creation, it's a good backpack.
Because one of the
Very
features of
sturdy.
it is that it holds its shape very well. So when you're putting all the stuff in, it's very easy to compartmentalize exactly where everything's supposed to go, and it opens up all the way, like 180 degrees open. So it's very easy to fully pack it with everything you need, and then take it up, take it over, take it back.
I
It's
think
sturdy.
this kind of stuff makes really good Father's Day gifts, honestly. Like I gave my dad a wallet. He loves it. I'm pretty sure all of us have given
Gave my dad a wallet. Yeah.
yeah
So
our respective dads.
I didn't give my dad a
but-
wallet.
No, you didn't.
I actually
Maybe
haven't given my
Father's Day.
dad one of the wallets. No.
God damn it, guys.
you guys are
But
making liars
they're really
out of
nice.
us.
I took my dad's wallet. I took my dad's wallet and I unpacked his old wallet into his new one for him.
Just shoved
And
it all in.
we kind of went through and kind of organized it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot slimmer, a lot cooler, in my opinion. So
Got that
definitely
quick
think about
access
it.
button makes it easy to pay really
yeah,
quickly.
I love the
Yeah.
quick access button.
So-
Who doesn't love quick access? Honestly.
Oh, I do, dude. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So again, head
Hell
on
yeah.
over to exter.com. That's ekster.com and use offer code Newbie, NEWBIE. And if you buy something before Father's Day using that code,
Yeah.
it should be up to 40% off. So that's pretty good.
Look,
It's pretty good.
Look, I get that the dick skin wallet is a fucking pipe dream. I get it, dude. But look, Exter.
Yeah.
extra,
there you go.
extra.
You did it.
So look, this is what I like, dude. There's these dudes that go to like rodeos, like Mexican rodeos,
Mhm.
Mexican cowboys,
Mhm.
and they got the fucking the
Vaqueros.
snakeskin boots
Yeah.
or the fucking ostrich boots. Make a wallet like that.
They had a
Boom.
prototype snakeskin wallet, but they didn't put it into mass production. So
Because people were complaining, don't kill the snakes.
I don't know. Well,
God
hopefully
damn it, dude.
it would be cool to get some more different materials for their parliament.
These snakes are
wallets one
Satan,
day.
dude. They're the devil, dude. Let's kill them and make fucking wallets out of them, dude.
You know what? One of their cooler wallets I have been enjoying is their copper wallet. It's like made out of
Yeah.
copper, and that has been pretty neat
Ooh.
to have around.
Nice.
Nice and sturdy. But yeah, next sponsor we got ExpressVPN. You guys know all about having, or maybe you don't. Maybe you guys don't know about having good internet security. It has been a while. Maybe you guys haven't been keeping up because we haven't been keeping you informed about keeping yourself safe while penetrating the internet.
Yeah.
And making sure that you
Yeah,
don't
everyone
get
forgets
any
everything after a few
Yeah,
weeks.
look, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, at this point, it's a given. It's like breathing air. It's like drinking water. Everybody needs
It's like
to be
masturbating.
Yeah.
like masturbating every night.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be protected. It's just something
Everyone's
you
gotta
have to do.
Yes.
Everybody.
It's just something you
So,
have to do.
Protect
Gotta
your
keep-
mom.
Gotta keep
protect your
that.
dad.
Yeah.
Hide your kids.
Gotta
Protect
do
your
it.
mom.
wife.
She's masturbating at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Protect
do it.
her.
You gotta
Yeah.
do it. Everybody, like when you go home for the
Unless your
holidays,
mom's dead, and then you
Father's
can't
Day,
protect her. But
Why would you do that to yourself?
sick burn, dude.
I'm not
Right,
even sure.
Ricardo.
Wait.
Why?
I've put this out on Discord. My mom passed away. That's why we didn't record. It's fine. No one's going to jail, dude. But hey, if you're like wondering what the fuck are these bastards not fucking releasing episodes, it was that. Don't be mad at everybody else. It was me. I
Nobody's
let her
mad.
die.
Nobody was
Literally
mad. at all.
literally no one was.
No one's.
The
God, I
moment
hope
people
no one's
knew, they were like,
upset.
"Oh my god, we're so sorry. Do whatever you need."
There's some people who were like, God damn it, when are they going to release something? Well, the people at Discord knew because I posted in
these
Discord.
fucking slackers. What the
Yeah,
fuck,
dude.
man?
With their dick skin wallets walking around here like they own the place with their
Yeah, they're-
backpacks with grids. But no, what was I talking about? Oh, my mom's dead. Yeah, so oh my god, you're the same like the dude. I was cracking jokes at the funeral, and like people were
my
so
God.
upset, and I'm like, younger people got it. They're like, oh, you're having fun, dude, with this, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, she would have enjoyed these jokes, and then I got fucking texts from like 3 different fucking older people how they thought it was really fucking in bad taste, but I told them to fuck off. But yes,
Hey,
Listen, it's your mom. You
Get
can grieve
protected.
however
You do what
you
feels
want.
right.
Exactly. Like,
if my mom was
Fuck
alive,
you.
I would get her ExpressVPN.
You would, right? You would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did.
I
You already.
think
You
would.
had gotten her
Yeah.
ExpressVPN before.
Yeah.
It's true.
Look,
Yeah.
everybody needs to do it.
And if I had
Everybody.
gotten it sooner, she would.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Oh no!
Keep it going, guys. Come on.
No.
Dude.
Oh no!
I'm unsure of how to act in this situation.
I mean,
Listen.
I think it's funny.
Listen, you guys want to
Oh,
protect
God.
yourself while
Yeah.
surfing the internet.
And your mom.
One of the tools you can use
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a good VPN. One of
Yeah.
which is ExpressVPN. And listen, they just did a new audit of so almost every VPN claims no logs. We don't keep any logs. We don't keep any information about you. Blah blah blah. A lot of them are lying. And you know how
Mm.
ExpressVPN isn't
Mm.
lying? They are literally the most industry leading VPN out there for independent third-party audits of their no logging policy. They just completed their 18th audit and all clear, no
Yeah.
They
problems
found
at all.
nothing.
I mean, they
found
cheat on their
nothing.
taxes. They cheat on their taxes like crazy, dude. If they get audited by the IRS, they're
They're
fucked,
located in the British Virgin Islands, so yes, they're
Yeah.
undoubtedly getting away with that.
Yeah, but when it comes to logs, they're airtight. You know what I mean?
They're not logging shit.
Airtight.
It's an
Yeah.
empty
Speaking of
room.
airtight,
There's
speaking of
nothing there.
airtight, I was gonna say this. Here's the thing. Here's in all honesty, I'll say this. I do have ExpressVPN.
Uh-huh.
I do use it all the time.
Mhm.
But to be fair, all those are owned by the same company, guys. Like, so if you're buying one VPN and change to another, it's like there's only like two major VPN companies, and they all have those sub companies. So
That's
like
true. ExpressVPN is part of a Nord is not owned by the same company. Actually.
No. But I'm saying Nord is part of the other company. There's two major companies.
Yeah.
And so,
So-
look, that's the truth of it. That the VPN market is really run by two big companies. To my knowledge and what I've used,
Mhm.
I like ExpressVPN, and I like that I could have it in a bunch of devices, and it doesn't kick me off of other devices. I just got an iPad, and I put it on that right away. So do yourself a favor, get it. Also, in all seriousness, dude, I'm going to get serious for a moment, guys.
Mhm.
I know I was making jokes about my dead mom, but here, real
okay,
real
get really serious.
nitty gritty. Get really serious. These bastards, dude. These goddamn uptight bastards. They're cracking down on porn, dude. On
Oh yeah,
it's
that's true.
it's these ladies God given rights to show their boobs, dude. Whether it's on OnlyFans, on Pornhub, and Pornhub now, like there was a weird scandal, but it's really tight. They got the shit on lockdown, just like ExpressVPN,
Mm.
and a lot of states are doing it so you can't access Pornhub. And a lot of these ladies depend on this. You know what I mean? To make money, because now
Yeah.
Yep.
it's monetized for them.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can put on the ExpressVPN. Say you're in Mexico, where they don't have all these stupid fucking. Oh, we're in a conservative state. You can't watch
Mexico's
porn.
like hell yeah, porn and
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Don't you like have to like put your ID or something?
Not if you say you're in Mexico.
Yeah,
Not if you say you're in
So
Mexico.
you only put in your ID. Actually,
If you say you're in the
Pornhub. So Pornhub did the best thing because Pornhub was very open and they agreed that hey, wait, hang on, the Roomba is going off.
dude,
So-
very apropos, dude. It may be a sentient being, by the way.
So
Yeah, exactly.
So Pornhub was like, hey, so these stupid policies mean that we need to hire a third party service to collect your government IDs.
Oh my
That's
God.
stupid.
Yeah.
That is a pipe bomb waiting to explode
Yeah,
in terms of data
Yeah.
breach.
Yeah.
So we are not going to participate. Fuck this. They
Yeah.
actually did the right thing and said, if you guys are going to be this obtuse about it, you're just not even allowed because we're not going to participate in
Yeah.
potentially one of the greatest
like
data
it's
breaches of all
blocked,
time.
or like
Fuck
they didn't even
Texas.
adhere to the.
No, they
thing,
block it.
like-
They're like, you
they're
claim
like,
it from that
"Fuck,
state.
You don't get it.
Your state's
Yeah.
being a dick. We're gonna
Yeah.
not let you
Oh
in.
wow.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
so-
bet you it's
Wow.
a few goddamn fucking either ExpressVPN's gonna go crazy with money, dude. They're gonna have to hide more of their fucking money offshore,
Yeah.
or people are gonna storm the Capitol, dude, and be like, give us back our Pornhub, dude. You know what I
If
mean?
you're in one of those states, please do not upload your ID. Please
Don't
get
do
a
that.
VPN.
Oh my God, do
Please,
not
God,
do that.
do not upload your ID. No matter how desperate in the moment you may feel
Yeah.
and
You know what the
think
thing
it's
is?
safe, don't do it.
Don't upload
do
it, especially if it's an official government website. Those websites are so much. They have some of the poorest auditing in terms of security.
Just get ExpressVPN, use our code, boom, done, on your way.
You know what?
Yeah,
Speaking of auditing, the third party company that audited ExpressVPN most recently is one I'm actually familiar with myself.
Oh,
You've been
really?
audited by them?
Interesting.
I've been part of an audit by this company.
Really?
Fascinating.
Wow, okay.
I have
for that
been
job,
part
you
of their
can't top
processes
mention.
before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I can vet the fact that this, you know, these are real people.
Legit.
They're doing the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So if you guys want a VPN that has been audited by the same
And
company
probed.
that audited Dan himself.
They were
Dan in
dicks,
real
by the way.
life.
They were dicks. They were total dicks.
Head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they're going to give you 3 months for free. That makes the entire thing 49% off. It's a really good deal for a VPN of that quality. And you know what? You can install it use it simultaneously on up to 8 devices. It has a built-in ad blocker. It's got a built-in password manager. It's got all this cool ass shit you can do. So again, head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they'll give you 3 months for free. All right. Well, let's see if Denise even remembers the question. Will she remember?
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
You know what?
She clearly didn't remember because she had to enunciate so hard.
Sounds like she's reading a script.
You know what, dude? I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's getting me so angry. This is off topic and out of nowhere, but it sparked it because I thought, you know what? I wonder if there's any like video of like when somebody on like the Star Trek crew on any show, Deep Space Nine, Picard, any of those, where they're eating a hot dog. I wonder if hot dogs are in the future. and then it triggered something that makes me so fucking angry. As of lately, young people are calling them. I hate to say. I sound like
what are they calling them?
Young people are calling them glizzies instead of hot dogs.
I'm
And
familiar
I
with the
fucking
term.
hate
I've
it,
heard
dude.
of the term glizzies.
I've never
hate
heard of
it,
this.
dude.
I think it's another one of those terms that has precedent elsewhere, but widespread because of the youth.
Where did this come from? I've
I
never
don't know.
heard this.
I hear it
in my
all the
life.
time, and I don't like it because I like hot dogs.
Who
I'm a
are
hot
you
dog
hearing
guy.
this from? The kids? The youngins?
Everybody, the youth.
The young,
Kids just love
the
words with
olds.
Z in them. Like they love like
Yeah,
Riz.
like Riz,
They love glizzy.
glizzies.
Glizzy
yeah.
originally meant like gun, like back in
What?
like
So we went from
I
gun to
think
hot
like
dog.
the South. Yeah. I
Well,
think it
let's not pretend we were immune. We had Frizzle.
Yeah,
That was
Frizzle.
that
for
was
shizzle,
all the.
for shizzle.
For
He
shizzle.
said,
For shizzle,
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
was
But,
there.
but
You
did
know what?
anyone outside
You
of
know what?
Snoop Dogg actually use it that
Yeah,
often?
we all did. We all did. I did.
I
I
didn't.
I did not.
You know what?
I mean,
Margaret?
I personally did not, but I knew many who did.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's the
all
thing.
right.
You know what? I take it back, dude. It's an old thing to say that. Say glizzies. Call them whatever.
For
the fuck you
shizzle,
want,
my
dude.
glizzle.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah.
one of those glizzies, my shizzle. All right, guys.
So it's supposed to? It means a hot dog.
It means
Is
a
that-
hot dog.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
Does that mean like a penis also? Is that
no,
no,
I
you
think
have dirty
it
minds,
has,
Sarah.
it has actually mutated in that direction also. Yes.
Like,
as
'cause, you
any
know,
sausage
hot dog
thing would.
Can mean like
Yeah, like
penis, can mean
it's the
like-
fate of anything that is already
Yeah.
a euphemism for a hot dog or a name
phallic.
for a hot dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
These dudes are eating hot dogs and playing poker.
That would
They
be
should be eating
great.
hot dogs.
If they had a hot dog in one
And it's
hand.
all to waste time.
Yeah.
Poker
you really
scene
think
just,
about
just
it-
there to waste
if you really-
time.
if you
yeah,
really think
because
about it,
the episode
of
is
time,
too short.
a sandwich is really just like a flat hot dog.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
are
a
we
hot
going to
dog-
have this debate now?
a hot dog
Yeah.
is a
There's
sandwich.
there are
yeah.
charts for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Okay. We don't want to get into this.
We already
We'll
finished
get
it. The hot
into-
dog is a
yeah,
sandwich.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
All right. So Geordi, Riker, and Worf are playing poker with Beverly, and I
Mhm.
immediately think, oh, someone's gonna get killed here. And then are they in Riker's quarters? Because there's
Yeah.
a trombone in the back.
That's
Okay.
Riker's quarters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they're playing poker, and now does this table does he put it away in the corner like when they're not playing, or do you think it's like it disappears into the room?
He probably like de-replicates it. He throws it, shoves it back
Oh.
into the replicator.
Yeah, like I was starting to wonder that myself right now. It's like if it's a replicated table, how do they? Where do they replicate it? How do they replicate it? Where do they put it afterward?
It's like it replicates it as in IKEA pieces, and he has to put it together.
I guess what I need to do is replicate it in the cargo bay and then transport it into the room.
Yeah.
Can they just have a big replicator that just shoots
could
it out?
Could it just be like a mat that you just roll on top of a round table?
No, that
something?
looks like a nice, like professional, like expensive table.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
he
like
just has it in
some
his
sort of
room.
like platform or chamber in which to replicate.
Maybe he just always has a poker table in his quarters.
Yeah, maybe.
To demonstrate his love of poker. It's like he's always ready to poke.
Well, this scene demonstrate. I mean, everyone has the beard talk. I love beards. I'll just throw that out there. I do like a good beard.
A bearded.
It's also the source of one of the great Star Trek memes.
Oh yes,
one of the last sources of, or one of the last memes we have yet to encounter.
What is
Which
it?
is the Geordi where he points.
Yeah, the one that they modeled after Drake.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, really? Is that from Star Trek?
Yeah, but Geordi does it way
What?
better. So
Drake,
I didn't know that.
Drake is a piece of shit, dude.
Yes, let's be on record here. I am anti-Drake, so I won't speak for everyone. But if
No,
we're
don't. You can't say that. You can't say that, dude.
I'm gonna pick a side.
You're pro. Say it.
I'm pro Kendrick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I'm not pro either of them, I guess.
I don't like, even though I've heard a fair amount, I don't even know, man.
Yeah,
I'm just staying out of it.
I haven't liked either of their music enough to have a
I think that's the thing. Since I don't really even know any of their songs,
God,
I'm like,
forget it. We're old. You know what?
This isn't for me.
Yeah,
it's not for me.
Oh my gosh.
So these bastards are playing poker, and they're talking about beards, and they're like, oh, beards. And they basically get into like a thing where they're like going to wager their beards, and the wager's not even, because basically if Beverly wins, they all have to shave.
She could potentially have triple power over,
but if she loses, she just has to dye her hair. They should have said, well, you gotta either go bald in your head or your underpants.
I think dyeing your hair is pretty extreme.
I think in the future they can dye their hair instantly, so that almost is but beards do take a while to grow, as they've shown, because Geordi takes a while to grow his beard.
He looks good with a beard. I might just add, like, it's a shame they don't let him keep.
I think most agree.
Like, LeVar Burton.
There's nothing wrong with him with a beard.
LeVar Burton should always have a beard. IMO. I think he looks much better.
He looks
with it.
distinguished. But I mean, like, how do you feel about their argument about a beard being? Well, Beverly saying that a beard is equivalent to, like, like
makeup and stuff.
Yeah,
yes,
like makeup.
Absolutely,
or making
it
you
is.
feel better.
Yeah, like I found it weird that they were so. Yeah, I found it kind of weird that they were so offended or defensive at beards being called an affectation, because, like, most
it literally is. Yeah.
Interesting.
There's no other point.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no other point to the beard other than I think it looks better.
No, it's honor. And whatever.
Is there a point to your hair? Then having hair is an affectation.
It is.
Yeah.
If styling in a certain way, having a certain cut is an affectation.
Or having short hair versus long hair versus no hair versus.
I mean, there's some cultural things associated with beards. So, like, technically, I have a beard, but technically in Korean culture, you're not supposed to grow your beard until your dad's dead. So my dad has always been like, you have a beard. That's weird.
Yeah, they don't like your parents do not like your facial hair. They want you baby faced.
They do not like my facial hair. They always my dad always kind of like grabs it whenever he sees me. He's like, what is that? I'm like, stop it. Don't touch it.
What's funny is I never knew about that, like, tradition myself, so, like, this is completely new to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's, like, practiced in modern day much at all, but it definitely was a thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some cultures that have, facial. Well, I think Worf is a good example. Like, he says Klingons, what is he? They grow it for.
He's probably
here's a question for everyone
that he made up.
I have a question for everyone that probably was a lot more fun, like, a couple of decades ago. When will we have another president with facial hair again?
Ooh, when was the last one? Let me Google that. Who was?
I don't know.
The last
I actually
president
don't know
to have facial hair.
I guess
William Taft.
That's even further back than I thought.
That's 125 years ago.
So I guess if you're president, you just don't have facial hair.
Oh, no. So sorry. William Taft was 1913. That's when he left. I think because he took over So
All right, so like 111, 12.
Is it seen as like unprofessional or something?
I mean, I guess people view it as more professional, more like I don't know, like you're a good person when you don't have a beard. I don't know.
Presidentiality.
I guess that's why fucking Marco Rubio has a fucking beard. What's the face? The guy from fucking Texas.
Well, he got a beard.
Cancun Cruz.
Yeah, Ted Cruz. Yeah. Well, he got a beard because
he looked horrible.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm gonna look cooler. He thinks the beard will make him look cooler.
He doesn't look good. He's an exception to the rule for that. I mean, well, personally, do you like those who on this podcast do have beards? Like, why? Why are you choosing to have one? Why?
I think I look much worse without a beard. Also, revealing a little too much more than I want to admit. Having a little hair on my chin helps hide my double chin a little more. So
well, that's the reason why so many people have beards in the first place. That's like one of the biggest reasons why beards are kept.
That's not where I thought you were going, Marvin. That's not where I thought you were going, dude.
It just makes the profile look more like, oh yeah, it's
if like if I had the ability to grow a beard that could conceal, I would.
You know, like you know, what's a really famous example. Look at
so you do it for aesthetics, you know, like a little contour.
What other reason is there really?
The beards are entirely for aesthetics.
Yeah. You do it for the ladies. Otherwise?
No. Beards are not for the ladies. I don't think because it tickles. I don't think it's.
But you said you like them.
Well, I like them aesthetically in that way, but then other ways it tickles.
So if you want to see how big an effect a beard can have, look up the actor Robert Zadar. Robert Zadar in Samurai Cop, when he has a beard, it looks like he might just have a big beard. But in other movies, he's clean shaven and you're like, wow, he has extreme cherubism. So it's like a completely different look. The beard helps with the way you're perceived. Or if you want another extreme example,
Cesar Romero, the Joker with the mustache.
That is also an extreme example. Or if you want like a video game example, you could look at JP in Street Fighter 6. There's models of him without a beard, and he looks like
not even JP. Just look at Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu as well. They all look weird without their beards. So, you know.
This is well documented.
Yeah.
So, Ricardo, why do you have a beard? Why do you like your facial hair?
Sheer laziness.
Laziness. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you would would you prefer to not have a beard?
If I woke up every morning and there was no beard and I had to shave or do anything, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh,
whatever burns less calories, that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a good angle, you know.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
I'm so close I'm so close, and every year I get closer, which is to just wear the same thing every day because I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Like this year, I committed to 2 different color shirts, a green and a black, and I bought 7 of each.
Oh
yeah. What's his name? Crazy robot guy does that. Facebook dude.
Terminator.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuckerberg. He wears the same.
Crazy
thing.
Robot guy.
He's like, he's like a robot kind of like.
Oh, okay, sure.
I thought you meant like someone who builds robots, like Cyberdyne systems.
Yeah, he's like really into building robots. I was like, Adam
the theory
Savage,
that he's half robotic, but he talks about that how he wears the same thing every day. To just
Steve Jobs said the same, didn't he?
Was it Steve Jobs? Maybe it was Steve Jobs. Maybe it was
could have been Steve Jobs too.
It's one of these tech guys, I think.
And
they just wear the same like gray T-shirt and jeans or white T-shirt and jeans, whatever it may be.
Well, Steve Jobs famously the turtleneck, so he just famously always wore.
He was hiding all those hickeys though.
Yeah, clearly. So there is a science between not having to think about what you wear in the morning or something or every day.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
which I can get behind, I guess.
Yeah. Like I'm mostly bald on top, but I just started shaving because like I was dreaming of shaving my hair like when I was younger.
I cannot lose my hair. If I lose my hair, my skull is so oddly shaped and so weirdly wrinkled.
You
don't have the headphone dent, do you?
No, but Sarah has felt it. She's felt the weird double wrinkle on the back of my head. And she was like, ew, that's weird. And I'm like, yes, it is weird. Imagine that
you
now
better
bald.
knock on wood. You're going to lose all your hair right now.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. You're like, I better not.
Because a lot of Asians go like, I'll just shave it off. I'll go monk style. It's fine. But it will not look good on me. No.
Look,
I also have like a weirdly large head,
fine.
so it would just make my head look even bigger. I'm not a fan.
That's fine.
Your head is really big.
All right, I think we should get going.
Yeah. So
we're 51 minutes in. We aren't past the poker.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this episode. There's nothing much to it. There's nothing much to it.
There's little robots to it.
Yeah. So that's why it's fine that we went on a crazy tangent. Also, we're back, dude. We're back like some shady in 2000. Yeah. So basically, do you guys think she had a hand and she would have beat them?
Yes. I think that's why she was disappointed when they got called away. She was
like, for some reason, my mind immediately went to, do you think that scientist lady would have beat the exocomps?
That's where I went too. What are you talking about right now?
Oh, Beverly would have beat them in poker.
A poker hand.
Poker, yeah.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
That too. I secretly think that that lady's going to be.
Do you think she would have cattle prodded them to make sure they do their job?
well, they left them with her.
Yeah.
Those are her slaves, dude. Now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
she's saying out loud, "Oh, you gave me a lot to think about, Data."
Yeah,
but
I could really enslave these people.
Anybody who says you give me a lot to think about, it has no good intentions.
I'm still gonna slave them, though.
That's a good phrase. Yeah. I have a lot to think about of how I'm gonna enslave these little machines to work for me.
So here's the thing. This is the nitty gritty of it, and then we can get into the stupid fucking lady. This lady. I know so many of these ladies and guys. Like, it's the same fucking attitude, which is like, I'm not wrong, you're wrong. And then when you prove them wrong, they're like, well, no, it's just that's not what I meant. It's like, yeah, that's what you meant. You're just a stupid fuck, dude.
Well, this lady kind of reminded me of the Kate McKinnon / Hillary Clinton doctor from the Worf broke his back.
Oh,
episode.
yes.
Kind of how it's like, she's just gung-ho. I am always right. Trust me, it'll work, bro. Like,
right.
Yeah, just that whole attitude about like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Just let me try it. Just let me try it.
Yeah. It's like, you know better than a fucking robot, dude? That's like genius, dude. Like, she just pissed me off so much. But so basically, this lady invented these little robots that, like, it's basically AI. She created AI, dude, and they become self-aware and sentient, and they don't.
It's not even the fact that they're robots. It's the fact that they're intelligent enough, regardless of their chassis or whatever. It's the fact that they're thinking.
They think about self-preservation, and that's
and they communicate with each other.
Learning, they compound on their experiences.
Yeah, and I mean, what's his face? Data being the smartass that he is in a good way. He basically goes like, we should treat these like we would any like new species, which is like they're not just robots. They're literally thinking and they're thinking about self-preservation, so that immediately gives them the ability to be sentient, right? And I agree with him. And this lady is such a bitch to Data, and is constantly trying to prove him wrong. In fact, like, she gets off on proving him wrong. Like, when they do the test and the robots, and then later on Data figures out that they knew that it was a test, and they even turned off the little probe thing because he knew it was a test. Like he's like, oh my god, I knew it. I knew that there was a reason why they didn't do that. And the lady was still fucking stubborn, and all she cared was to like get published, dude. That's what it felt.
Yeah,
like.
she wants to complete her project. Yeah,
she was just a hype fucking queen, dude. That she just wanted to fucking all the hype, and she didn't care how she got it. I don't like her at all, and I hope she dies. Or never comes back.
She's not a likable character, and it's compounded by the fact that her acting is completely terrible as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, she just sort of says lines like, I remember when we were watching it, I said she has the performance of someone who's in like an infomercial where she goes like, well, I'm not feeling great about that. Do you have a solution? Like, it's just like very sort of like not talking to a person, but she's told to read a line. And so she'll do it.
I feel like I've actually met people like her, though. Like, this rings true to me.
Yeah,
but those people aren't listening to you; they're just saying shit. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why those people think they're always right.
These people exist.
Yeah,
that's not bad acting. That's just real people.
Yeah, this is too real.
That's true. Now that you put it that way, yeah.
No, now that you put it that way, like, you're right. Like, she is a stereotype because she literally is the type of person that is like that. But also, I want to point out that these little gizmo robots, they're pretty good actors, dude. Like they do a really good job, the props department, of like really giving them life and giving them beeps and boops and like the little antennas and the move and
personality.
The little dicklings with the
it's
tools
the little
and stuff.
R2D2 effect of, if you give them a little bit of movement, but
like, was it someone like keyed out, or was it string?
They were fishing lines. They were fishing lines.
I did see the string in a couple shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
And they could only make 2. So in the shots where there were 3, they actually had to comp them in a third one.
Yeah, that's right,
dude.
Yeah. So
And then they conveniently wrote out the death of the third.
yeah, exactly. So that's how they.
But you're telling me that it was cheaper to just comp in the third one instead of just
allegedly
making a new one?
Allegedly. I mean, it does look pretty complicated. It's got a lot of moving parts. It's got like a little. Yeah, it has to be openable. They have to do all
one of them
stuff.
was openable and had a lot of stuff inside. That's why your robot never worked.
Yeah.
So basically, like the way they find out
is slide it in. You gotta slide it in.
The way they find out that they're alive or sentient is that in one of the missions they send them on, they literally like save themselves from being destroyed.
Yeah.
And then they do a test.
It does the equivalent of like cutting off its legs so that I can't do it, or shooting themselves in the foot. Be like, I can't go in the tunnel anymore.
Or like, I don't know how to wash these dishes. Will you show me how? Just prove yourself incompetent. So yeah, I feel like at that point, and then
it saved itself from an explosion of rocks.
Yeah, another rock explosion.
What is the Enterprise made out of? Fucking boulders?
I don't know,
like,
but
I don't
that's
understand.
like the clearest example yet of what the fuck? Where did the rocks come from?
Why are there rocks in a tunnel?
Understand. Is it a joke at this point? Because the rocks make absolutely no sense. Like, I have no idea where that's coming from.
Why isn't it like computer parts? or just sparks? Why does it have
like
to
boulders?
be rocks?
It's like, are we in Colorado or something? Like, why is there rocks?
I've seen commenters, and I don't know how serious they are, theorize that when an explosion happens, there's a lot of heat that fuses together pieces of what's inside.
Sure.
It's like, what the fuck? Just shut up. Shut up.
Why would you ever design a computer that could get so hot it could fuse metal together?
There's another thing that I want to point out.
Jet fuel can't melt it.
Oh my god! Which is that Worf beats the shit out of Beverly, dude.
What?
Oh yeah, he did.
He totally beats the shit out of her. At one point, Data goes to see Beverly, and she just got out of a.
Oh right.
Yeah, they're wearing the little bathrobe geese.
Oh yeah.
And she has like, why does she have like a weird tie for her gi?
Maybe that's her rank.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is like they were practicing new style. So this version of
it's like jujitsu.
This version of Klingon martial arts.
Where every move is trying to hang them.
Yeah.
That sounds Klingon as hell, doesn't it? Like
that seems like a style for a very tall person.
Klingons are tall. They're strong.
Yeah. Only the tallest can wield new style properly.
And she's like trying to get rid of a big old welt that he gave her. And I think that we didn't see the beginning of it. So I think he broke her arm. I think probably. She came in and her arm was fucking like
it's actually possible it was broken.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So,
he was like, Beverly,
and that cut is actually where the bone had shredded out of her arm, and she's like,
And then next time I'll rip it off.
Yeah. Next time you keep your mouth shut about death. So I enjoyed this. Look, this was more fun than Measure of Man, to be honest. And like we got to it quicker. The only bad thing that that's gonna deduct points from my ranking is that I wanted to see them shave their beard.
Oh, like they
I wanted some sort of like call.
There was no conclusion to that.
There's no bookend to the,
and I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, they never call back to that scene at all, which makes it pretty.
Well, had they
useless.
shaved their beards, then that would have defeated the purpose of why Geordi had a beard. But
they would have to shoot it later in the season and then attach it to this
or something, or just say Beverly lost, or just come up with some reason why neither happens, and they just address it. Even that would have been fine.
Why does he still have a beard at this point? Is he still like getting married at this point?
He hasn't gotten married yet, so in this point of production, he wanted a particularly thick beard.
Why do they even have to mention it? Like, just do we?
They go to such lengths to lampshade the beard across like 3 episodes.
Can he just like have a fucking beard and it not be commented on? Like, why do we have to comment on everyone's looks?
Like, Geordi, I noticed you're growing a beard. Oh, yes, I am.
It's
Are
like
you
we
gonna
can
keep
see
growing
that.
beard, Geordi?
Yeah.
It's like we have a beard arc going on.
Yeah.
Like this is actually serialized storytelling about the beard.
Yeah, I just think we don't need to like mention it anymore. Like, it's fine.
There's another thing that I wanted to point out, which is when they're doing the tests with the little doobly doos, and
I like that
I
term.
think so. They're like, look, the test could prove that if they come back out, it means that like they're trying to stay alive and they don't want to die.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking, what if this robot fucking explodes and like fucking Picard's like right there, dude? Picard's like right there, right in front of the test. He's like, all right, let's do this. He's fucking curious as shit. And I'm like, dude, if this thing fucking blows up or like it backfires and it kills him or something, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he doing there? Why didn't he just wait in the fucking? By the way, who's in charge in the bridge? You know? I want to know.
Nobody. It was empty.
Exactly, dude. Like, what if this guy dies? Like,
It's
some
fine.
shrapnel fucking gets him right in the jugular, dude.
It's fine.
I just thought it weird. Like, why didn't he wait up in the bridge and
One
then
of
like
these
they come
little-
with a report? Hey, turns out that these goons are not alive.
Turns out these little piggies aren't alive. They
Yeah.
they just walk around and look like they're
But
alive.
anyway, at the end of the episode, which is fun, there's this thing that's gonna explode. So they go to the planet.
Very
These people are
technobabble
shit.
heavy
Yeah.
explanation
What?
as
Yeah,
to why
actually
it's
it is.
happening.
Yeah. And so who is it? It's Geordi and Picard get stuck and they
Mhm.
can't get them out, and they have to, there's like a weird thing that's melting and some bullshit, dude.
Radiation.
Yeah. Riker's like, send the fucking those little goblins, dude. Send them through.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, they're alive. And fucking Data breaks rank, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
He fucking
You're
shuts
wrong.
everything down.
Yeah. And then he basically says the
Okay,
only way to
wait,
do it.
So just really quick,
Yeah.
this mildly, but I know they're doing this because they need to make sure the exocops are somehow the only way to do this.
Yeah.
But it did kind of annoy me that they were like, "Can we send the shuttlecraft?" No, it won't get there in time. Why wouldn't it get there in time? They're right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Two,
Yeah.
the exocomps, we can basically set them to explode like they're little photon torpedoes, right? Why not use photon torpedoes?
You can't set a timer on them.
You can't.
Yeah, dude. You can't.
You
Not
absolutely
these,
can't.
Marvin, not the
Oh,
ones they
then
have on
never
board,
mind.
dude. They're different.
They're,
It's a
those
different brand.
timers were broken.
Yeah.
Or like send like a drone.
For this particular mission, they got the
Well, that's
the
what they
off-brand
thought they
ones,
were about
the
to do.
off-brand.
like a
Torpedoes.
like a camera drone. the ones they use in Dubai for racing. Send one of
What if
those.
they're
over.
alive, Marvin? What if the cameras are alive? Did you think about that?
And
Just-
this is stupid. This is a really stupid part where they're like, there's not enough time to send in a fucking shuttlecraft, but there's time to ask
argue
them if they'll go and argue, and then ask them, do
Yeah.
you guys want to go and help us? Buddies?
Yeah.
And then they're like, bleep bleep bleep, yes. And then they go and they save fucking Picard and Geordi, and one of them sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll
But why
He's
is
like,
it
"Get in the
sacrifice?
chopper."
Because
because he's a badass dude. He's got big
No,
balls,
no, no.
dude.
But isn't it? They're not affected by radiation, are they? The exocomps?
This guy wanted to die.
Okay, but I feel like later, once the radiation is gone, they can get him back, right?
Nah,
I mean-
he wanted to die, dude.
Okay, they're just gonna
This
leave.
particular guy, yeah.
You just reminded me about how earlier in the episode, the doctor lady says, like, yeah, I've watched an exocomp go into a thing and self-destruct.
Yeah.
Does that mean it was depressed and suicidal? And in my
Yeah.
mind, I'm thinking maybe it was.
Or maybe it saved your life, you idiot, and you didn't know.
Yeah, maybe it volunteered to save her life because she created
Maybe
it.
you
know?
didn't know it saved like dozens of people's lives, and you're just like,
Yeah.
what an idiot.
Or maybe it was living in misery, under
because it's enslaved and
yeah,
was
under
like,
the
this is
rule
my
of a
way
master
out.
that won't acknowledge its personhood.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah.
thought this is my way out. I'm
This
gonna.
lady's horrible.
This lady sucks ass.
She should be court-martialed, dude.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Uh,
So look, this would have been like an 8 for me, but the beard thing really brought it down like 1. So it's a 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I would also.
I do want to note though that if you call this a 7, then that leaves your score lower than what you gave Measure of a Man. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Oh,
No, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
I
mean,
I enjoy this one better. It doesn't mean that it gets a higher ranking.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's like how I really what's a movie that sucks but I enjoy?
Samurai Cop.
But Samurai Cop is in a way almost really
Hard Ticket
good.
to Hawaii.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so that one you could say intentionally. Okay, this is just
Gymkhana.
wacky.
Yeah.
and but I enjoy it.
So I love Bloodsport. I fucking
Right,
love it. Dude.
right.
That's my
Yeah, Ricardo would be the king for this.
That's true.
Yeah, this
That's
is
true.
I love Bloodsport, but I wouldn't put it like in my top 10 of all time. You know,
Right.
it's just
right.
a movie I'd play every day. in a desert island.
Right. So I'm just to get my score out of the way, I'm gonna give it an 8. I actually thought it was a pretty decent episode. But there's a few things I think are interesting that apparently the writer of the show of this episode, Naren Shankar, he thought about, but they couldn't quite put it in the episode. So he was kind of concerned about 2 points. One is that he thought this might be too strong of a pro-choice narrative. So I don't know if I agree with that. I think that's interesting that he thought that to be the case.
How so? What do you mean?
He thought that some people might view this as a allegory for anti-abortion because they have the talk about, oh, when does this thing become life?
Oh, I see. Yeah, the whole
But the way they approach that conversation seems so divorced from what abortion debate is usually about.
Yes, and also when it comes to the actual exocomps in themselves, they're clearly beyond like a fetus. Like they're performing tasks.
They got cute little feet going around, and they make tools, and
Yeah, so I think it's interesting he had that concern, but I don't think it's a true concern in my opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of
the other thing he brought up, which I thought was interesting. He brought it up in comparison with the animal rights movement. So I think this has some ground to think about. So for example, what if exocomps, we say, yeah, they are alive.
I mean, you can think of oysters or something, right?
Yeah, or are they just go even further. Let's say they're as alive as a cow. Well, we use cows all the time to do things around the farm and to eat them.
Right.
They clearly don't have as much rights as humans or Data does, right? Would the exocomps, should they be afforded the same amount? And I think that is an interesting comparison to draw. He said originally he was annoyed that they were cute. He wanted them to be less cute because he wanted it to be more of a direct, oh, we're not saving them just because they're cute. Let's think about it more philosophically. But right now, a lot of it is honestly, viscerally, it's well, they're little cute robots and they're helping, So,
humans are definitely more tied to image stuff. If something's cute, they're
exactly.
We're more likely to be oh, well, we don't want to.
That's the exact comparison he brings up, and he's well, does that really examine the nature of how we should treat exocomps? Because what if we do give them as much agency as, say, a horse? You just went horseback riding, Sarah, recently. They make the horses do that stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
So, would the exocomps still have been within their rights to use exocomps in the way they were trying to?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an age-old debate. There's no answer to. I think it's definitely more where you personally.
Yeah. And I think that's an interesting point to bring up.
There are people who choose to be vegan or pescatarian or vegetarian or whatever it may be, or choose not to engage in certain activities due to their moral beliefs. And, that's...
This kind of gets at a general belief I have that, humans are inherently hypocritical.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, and to the point where there's no escape. You have no hope of not being hypocritical.
It's a never ending.
You have to have some hypocrisy in order to emotionally deal with certain things. So there's a channel I watch called Philosophy Tube, and she talks about something called phantasms a lot. And
Mask of the Phantasm?
Yes, Mask of the Phantasm a lot. And phantasms are essentially a way where you create a thing, and instead of saying this is a thing, it might be doing this, you say, oh, it is doing this. So an innocuous phantasm is that you believe in the presence or stuff after death. That is a phantasm. The belief that you can imagine what your funeral will be like. That is a phantasm because that helps you cope with mortality. It helps you go, well, this is probably what would happen at my funeral, and you get to imagine it. That imagination about it is a phantasm. But that's also a hypocritical contradiction because you won't be there at your funeral. You'll be dead.
No, you'll be there. You just won't be.
Yeah. It's true.
But that's a phantasm.
You'll be a sack of
quote you just said,
water.
We'll be there. That's a way of coping with it emotionally. And you can get much more severe.
No, that's just a technicality. That's not an emotional cope. It's just you're not going to be at your fucking funeral.
Well, you won't be conscious at it. You won't.
Well, then this goes into big, heady philosophical debates about what constitutes you.
I guess
Yeah.
so. But the general idea is that we need these contradictions in order to function with the stupid logic we have in our brains.
There's so much.
yeah.
I think you
there's
went a
so
little more
many.
like heady about it. Me, I'm just thinking like in terms of general like belief systems and structures. It's like you inevitably will run up against beliefs that you did not examine, that you are getting got by elsewhere. From another angle.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
it's impossible not to experience this throughout life.
You know,
and
what's
I feel
funny?
like the whole debate about like cuteness and animals and whether or not eating them is okay. Like, I feel like that brings that up a lot in my mind because, it's the easiest thing in the world to say like, well, I don't like the idea of eating a cute animal, but they're also freaking delicious.
That's what she says, actually.
I love
almost like
eating,
specifically that, yeah.
I love eating steak, but I'm against fucking zoos.
I think that's...
So it's like, people can always be like, well, what about this? Did you think about that?
Yeah.
Like, how can you support this when this? And
she even goes as far to say, I love meat. I like eating meat. I intentionally choose not to research how people raise and slaughter meat so that I don't have to think about it.
I'm very anti, I don't want to do a farm to table thing. That's too close. A lot of people need the distance in order to be morally okay.
Sarah has trouble eating like a fish fillet that has the fish on it, or like
there's people who hate eating like things off of bones.
Sarah does not like that.
Eating like bone-in wings and stuff.
Yeah, if I think about it too much, I get very weirded out, and I don't like it.
And I personally like farm to table, actually. I
prefer the distance. Like, I don't want to see said animal, say hello, pet it, and then, we're having it for dinner, and here we go.
I want to know that something, not that I enjoy it, but I think I appreciate things more if I know, this gave up its life so I could eat and like go on living and nourish my body and stuff like that. I prefer that. It gives me more peace of mind to be like, hey, I gotta be more appreciative of this meal. I shouldn't. If someone serves me, a whole, I'm gonna eat the whole steak.
Yeah.
Kind of like not letting things go to waste type of thing.
I can see that argument for sure. I can see
I've
that
done farm to table a few times, really farm to table restaurants a few times, and each time whenever I go back home and I start cooking again for myself, I think like, I really should be really mindful of how I'm cooking, where it's coming from.
Yes.
How I'm cooking
Well,
it.
the whole thing about farm to table is like you know where it comes from. It's serving a purpose. There's very little, it's ethical in the ways that it can be, and
I mean, some would argue it's not ethical. You just know where it's from. And even in that.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's at least something you have to, at least personally know that, hey,
but like ethical in a way, like maybe like cage free, or from living a life that's a little bit more, we deem more dignified, I guess, than being in like a small cage stuffed in like a warehouse somewhere,
But you're still killing it to eat it. You know what I mean? So it's still like, it still meets the same end.
It meets the same end, but the journey's a little different. A
Would
little
you
more
ever,
dignified, I guess.
You've gone fishing before, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
Would you ever eat a fish that you've caught?
No.
Never. Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay. How about everyone else? Have they?
Yeah, I've killed a pig and then eaten it.
No.
Okay, so
I think I've eaten fish I've caught.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That's the closest I've gone to like killing the animal I have
I've never
from
done
like
that sort of
source
thing.
to
no. There's no faster way to turn me into like a vegan than something like that. Like I don't, every day I teeter on giving up.
I feel like every
products.
day, like new vegans and vegetarians are made, but through those sorts of experiences. Easily.
I'm so, if it wasn't for Marvin, if I were by myself and like single and like, I would absolutely be vegan.
Yeah, you've said that many times. Because even when I'm like,
don't gravitate towards meat.
Because even when I've
really.
traveled away from you, and then you were at home, we would call, be like, "Oh, what'd you eat for dinner?" "Oh, I had a salad." That'd be all you've eaten.
Yeah, or like it's just vegan. It's just like naturally meatless. I don't know. That's the way I prefer to eat and make.
Also cook, because you don't like cooking meat.
And cook, I don't cook meat. I don't really know how to cook it, and I don't like to cook it. So again, if I were by myself, I would definitely.
Whereas
for people who like to cook a lot but don't like to eat out a lot, like all the time, I think meat like kind of naturally falls away because it tends to be more hassle.
But I have like I actually have like a mild. This is weird. I guess I feel very satisfied when I cook meat. I guess like it feels like if I cook meat well, I feel really good.
Do you feel
Home
a
improvement taught us well.
do you feel a tingling in your pants when you cook meat?
I think part of it is that in order to cook meat well, you need to like kind of have some knowledge about it. So if when I end up cooking a steak really well at home, I go, I did it. That was good. That ended up being a good steak. That was good. Or, you know, like I think the weakest meat I have experience with is chicken. So if I end up cooking chicken really well, I go, ooh, I did it. I made really good crispy chicken wings. I knew what I was doing, you know, because meat I think has a bigger consequence for you not cooking it correctly than if you like cook some broccoli incorrectly. It's like, it's fine. It's still
usually if
broccoli.
you ruin the meat, then you've ruined the actual full like the main course.
Yeah, either it's undercooked and you're gonna have a bad night, or it's overcooked and the meal sucks. So you know, I think there's a satisfaction to cooking the meat well. I've gotten really back into grilling a lot, but grilling has also been paella, you know, and which is not necessarily meat oriented. So I don't know, maybe I just like playing with fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and it goes to the talk about like how do we define what's alive, what's life, you know, which honestly in that scene they don't come up with an answer really. It's
what if exocomps ended up being really tasty?
We've really complicated the discussion by taking it further than are they alive or not, because that's all they're talking about.
But that's where the writer wanted to take it. He wanted to
so like it could get way more complicated than that.
But I think they are asking more than that. They're saying, are they alive or not? And then they go to the same kind of discussion.
They have rights
measure
as a
of a man.
result.
Like, what kind of rights as a result of that do
But did they go over that in the... Well, I guess they kind of did in the show, but...
He's like, you can't use them as laborers because they are...
Like, yeah, I mean, something can be alive, but
my point for that is that the reasoning that Data had to argue against them using them in that way was the fact that they are alive. And it that binary state of being alive or not was the determining factor on whether or not you could do X, Y,
which
or
is
Z.
interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
what I meant. That's why it's too simplistic in the episode, but
he's coming at it in that way, which I mean, that I don't have an answer for that because we have many examples in our everyday life where like we clearly don't adhere to that distinction. Like, if they're alive, then we can't use them. You know, they have to decide if they want to work with us or not. And like, we
that's the thing.
Don't do that.
He was suddenly okay with it once they were given a choice.
Yeah, I think he means is like, as long as they get to decide how they want, like, we are not enslaving them. But clearly, I mean, we honestly don't do that. The animal examples, what I think about, like, we use animals against their consent all the time for stuff. So I don't know, you know, just because it's alive doesn't mean that we as humans respect their agency to make a decision. Yeah. Maybe in the future.
And the animals are starting to rebel. Those orcas are still at it. They're still...
Yeah, orcas. Yeah, you know what?
They'll rule the seas soon enough.
That'd be like kind of
Team Orca.
It might be like kind of interesting if like, because orcas can't do anything to like a big like shipping container ship.
Hey,
or like
don't say never. They're organized, okay?
So far, but it'd be kind of neat if the only thing they could stop are yachts. Like yachts, are you know what I mean?
The only thing.
Yeah.
They're like the perfect size for orcas to stop.
I mean, they're doing that. I mean, they're actively attacking.
That's what I mean. Like they're attacking primarily yachts right now. So
they know, and all we need them to do is identify Jeff Bezos. They have like a chart, and they're like, all right, this is the yacht we're on the lookout for. We're practicing.
Find the biggest yacht you can find. Yeah. That's the one.
Okay, if there are any marine biologists listening to this podcast, I want to know if this already exists, and if it doesn't, I really hope it does soon. I want to know if there are regions of the ocean that are known as bad orca gang territory. I want to know.
Be. Yeah.
I want to know where the orca gangs are.
And do they have waters?
Yeah.
Do they have separate gangs?
I'm Team Orca all day, every day.
Are there like Bloods and Crips of orcas? You know?
Oh, I'm sure. It's a very complex system, I'm sure.
Do you know how to OWOC?
Did I give my score? I didn't give my score.
No, Dan and Sarah have not given scores.
I'm gonna go with a...
Keep it gangster.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a 7, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7. And a couple of reasons. This is, I wrote in my notes, like, this is quite a very tech-heavy episode.
Very
techno-babbly.
Yeah,
and I think that
And-
might have contributed to like the performance of this lady feeling so wooden because they gave her so much of that to say.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, and I can't decide. I don't know if these are not my favorite type of episodes, like these like really super tech-heavy stuff, although it does tackle a really big question, like what does it mean to be alive?
But it's also directed by Jonathan Frakes, your big favorite. Like
It is true. Directed by John Frakes.
We all can't be winners, okay? I mean,
think-
he's.
it's
I mean,
seven.
it's
It's all right.
fine. It's a fine directed episode. Like, I don't have anything against that. I just think like maybe it's not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's what I'm trying to say.
You know,
It's a
to your
fine
point,
episode.
to your point about her performance maybe being wooden because there's so much technobabble, that it might have additionally been contributed by the fact that Jonathan Frakes only did one take. If it worked, he just moved on. So maybe he's just like, well, she set the line well, let's move on, and then like didn't give her an opportunity to say like it again.
Wait,
but more
was his
naturally.
official nickname 1 or 2 Take Frakes?
I think it goes back and forth, but he does.
Okay.
He has traditionally.
They can
or
option select for 1 or 2.
Yeah, he had historically done a small amount of takes compared to what they usually do.
That's good. You know what? I respect that.
But I think it could result in that where she isn't given an opportunity to like fully embrace this technobabble.
I do remember reading that Frakes praised the Ellen Brie, the actor's
Yeah, he
ability,
liked her a lot
for like being able to deliver technobabbly lines, like in general.
Sure. I mean, I just think it's a flavor of episode that maybe is not for me. Some other people might really like it, but it's just a tech heavy episode, and I think that goes into my score.
Yeah.
It being
Also,
7.
one thing
so.
Frakes said
I
the thing
get
he regretted about the episode is that, like we said, he regretted there was no final scene. He said we should have either seen Gates McFadden as a brunette, or we should have seen everyone in barber chairs about to get shaved by the blue guy.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, some kind of callback. Also, I think this is one of the first episodes I noticed how much hand acting is in Star Trek. There's so much hand acting from Geordi, from Riker, like a lot of just gestures that I feel like I never noticed before until
I'm glad you brought this up.
episode.
So I'm glad you brought this up because this is something I've always noticed. And the only actor who doesn't do that is Picard, Patrick Stewart. That's because he's a stage actor.
Except his make it so hand
Well, that's
gesture.
like a specific gesture. But by being a stage actor, they're actually trained to keep their hands at their sides during performances unless they have to do a specific thing. Whereas most other actors, they're screen actors. So they kind of just do whatever they do on camera. So that's always something I've noticed as a distinction.
It's just really over the top, like especially Geordi at the poker table with the hand gestures. It just seems very.
They became
odd to
famous,
me.
so
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they stuck out enough.
And Riker, when he's talking to Data, he's doing a lot of hand acting as well to show like frustrations and stuff. I guess I don't know. I guess I'll keep an eye out for it as I continue to watch. But I felt like in this episode was the first time I really recognized it a lot. I was like, whoa, there's a lot of hands in my face right now.
It's a handsy
a lot
episode.
of hands. Put your fucking hands down.
I didn't notice personally, but I guess to the audience, was this a more handsy episode than usual?
Yeah.
I am personally curious if it was like more intense this time, and that's why you noticed it, or if you just happened to notice it.
I just noticed it in general with Patrick Stewart that he often keeps his hands on his sides. Because that's
he doesn't do as much.
He is not a handsy one.
Business.
I would say ranking maybe Geordi is like really high up there with the hand acting.
Geordi does do a lot of hand stuff. He tends to like go like that,
do a lot of
like that, and then
like
put his.
yeah.
I think that's
he does
just
a
LeVar
lot of,
though.
That's LeVar. Yeah, that's LeVar. That's what I mean. Yeah, LeVar. That's his actings. And he's doing it probably because his eyes are fucking obscured, so he wants to show more.
So it's like how you gotta feel like you're acting.
Something.
It's
probably
like
it.
it's like in the.
Now I feel bad. Now I'm like, oh,
well, it's like
it's all he has. Okay, he can't do anything else.
The Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie.
You're not to pay attention to it.
There's the Doctor Doom actor, and he's wearing a full mask, right? But the actor is like, well, I want to emote, so he does tons of hand acting as Doctor Doom, including when he says, you have 12 hours. He literally mimes the letters, the numbers
that's too
1,
much.
2.
Oh, wow.
That's a little too far.
It's amazing. I love that movie.
And then
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
have one more note. Let it be known to all here, if you gotta kill the machine or save me, please do not. It's me. You kill the machine. I don't want any kind of discussion around like where Data and Riker are like having this whole like, wow,
Okay.
Captain is gonna die,
so you're
and
completely
if we don't
okay
send
with
this,
murdering Kirby.
Absolutely,
Robo
please.
Kirby.
I will be. Please, absolutely, don't think twice. Do not think twice to save these little bitches.
Even though they're shaped like a
Please,
friend.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I will be very disappointed if I even hear there was a conflict in your mind.
What if
about
it's
it.
the other way around? What if it's like an alien in Mars and it's like, this radiation from the sun to kill us? No. I'm not talking about you.
Save me.
No, wait. You're not letting me finish. The aliens are like, this stupid planet is like in the way. Should we just blow it up? It's like, yeah, they're fucking pointless.
That's what they did. That's the plot of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah. Boom.
Earth is in the way of a new intergalactic freeway.
Yeah, that's the start of it.
I don't mind. I mean, I'm not precious about that stuff. If I'm in the way,
we're not worth it. Just the freeway will probably be much better.
If it's where I'm making the specification is if it's my friends or family that have to make that choice, whether to kill a little machine thingy or save.
Well, it's not a machine though. It's not a machine though.
Yeah, or this thing.
A live machine. It's a machine that's alive.
What do we call them again? Ecto thingies?
Ecto coolers.
Yeah. If Marvin had to make that choice.
No, I'm saving the Kirbys. They're really cute.
Yeah.
Please don't save me.
And there's 3 of them.
What if they were
Please
shaped
save me.
like cats?
Do you know how well they'll handle all the chores around the house? These little exocomps. They'll do
Yeah, they learn too, so they'll only get faster and faster at it.
Yeah, they'll be
They'll be way faster than you ever were.
No, please save me. Please save me. I don't want to hear that there was a hesitation in your mind about that.
It looks like they can replicate any tool with their little front area. So I mean,
we're good.
Yeah, see?
We're good. But there's only one me. There's only one me.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you want to trade up for a model that you can replace?
Yeah, so that's all the reasons I give it a 7.
Excellent.
Well,
it's down to Dan.
I'll give it an 8.
Nice.
I'll give it an 8.
Nice.
One thing that I thought was really funny was when they were discussing like how it's self-preserved, and then Geordi says like, "Well, what if we threaten its life again?" And Picard's like, "Yes, let's traumatize it. I like that. Make it so."
Yeah. What if
I thought that was so strange? Like,
what if I take a gun and point it at it right now? Why wouldn't that be the test?
Yeah, like just point a phaser at it. Like,
if we point a phaser at it, would it attempt to run away? I mean, right?
Yeah, like
you would,
that's
right?
Literally, just get a laser and have it inch toward it.
Yeah.
Until it does something.
A bond laser, like a Goldfinger laser.
Just put it in a death trap and see what it does. That would be cool.
Yeah. And if it cuts it in half, well, it was not alive anyway. So
another point, Data at some point in the episode happens to declare viruses to be alive pretty plainly, but that made me wonder, like, wait, are they? And I looked it up, and for the most part, they are not considered to be alive.
Yes, that was a weird thing. Yeah, technically viruses are not alive.
Right, but in a biological sense, because like the question of like what constitutes quote unquote life in Star Trek, goes beyond that into like just what is sentience and all that.
So. I think technically they're not alive because they don't contain DNA, only RNA, right? Is that why?
Something like that. They don't necessarily metabolize, and like there are a lot of other like biological processes that aren't happening that disqualify it.
They need like another cell and need to borrow that cell's reproduction system in order to.
Right. There are all these like technicalities and stipulations about how they reproduce that, make them a little different enough that they aren't considered the same as general life. But yeah, just brought that up because it was odd to see Data declare that so so bluntly.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
The famous double lightsaber table thing shows up again in this episode in the space station. This is maybe like the 4th time it's shown up in this show. I don't remember for sure. It's at least in a few episodes. The one I always remember is from Data Lore when they're in Dr. Noonien Soong's secret lab, and it's in there. But I think it's in a few other episodes as well. It's just an easy way to be like, look, it's a lab.
Yeah.
It's doing
Just
stuff.
Tubes with blinking lights are all you need. They're great.
It's science.
They work every time.
Science is happening.
The cool thing about that sort of prop, though, is that like most labs are supposed to look the same. So
yeah,
the fact that you have the exact same thing really is no detriment at all.
It's also something I would like to have in my house, just to have it. Just
somewhere. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I kind of want Worf's stupid chair.
Yeah, you can buy it technically. It is available for purchase.
I mean, I don't want to pay that money for
like $1,000. Same with the weird cups from DS9 and Picard's tea set. Those are all available.
People have come out to say like, I own that tea set.
Yeah, I bought it. Yeah, you could. It was there.
Or like I already owned it and then I saw it on the show. I think. I saw.
Well, that was the quality of life, everyone. Hopefully, you've enjoyed our return to Newbie Star Trek. If you've been liking it so far, maybe you can give us a rating or a review wherever you are. That would be great.
Nice rhyme.
Or if you want to support us even more and you're on the YouTube, you can head on over to the YouTube channel and you could become a channel member. Channel member gets you early access to new episodes, YouTube ad-free versions of those episodes, and also access to our Discord where, we're discussing all sorts of fun stuff there. Like, you don't know what's going on unless you join.
Yeah.
It's only $1.99 a month. It's pretty small as memberships go. And also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. Really short email this week. It's from Garrison. Garrison just asks, "Hi everyone. If you suddenly developed the powers of the Q, how would you use your powers?" That's it.
Pornhub shit.
Just infinite Pornhub shit.
Yeah.
I mean, at least some portion or some time dedicated to Pornhub shit.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with being a Q is you'd eventually get bored so fast.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes in, I'd start killing people. Literally 20 minutes in.
But because it no longer matters if you're a Q. And you could probably also just bring him back. You'd be like, I want him back. And just bring him back,
Oh, you know what? One thing that already like exists as a concept, because other people have like depicted this before, but as a Q, you would probably have the power to generate or at least know any statistic you could possibly wonder about.
Oh,
and so
you could always be right.
Yeah, like for instance, like how much gum is on the ground right now
on Earth?
Let's say on Earth. Just how much of it?
Yeah,
I want to know.
Yeah.
In the moment, and so I could.
You are your own ultimate.
I'd be
Wikipedia.
Like, wow. And I would set it up so that I don't know until I ask myself, so that I can be surprised and enjoy the experience.
You know what? That's probably the only way to enjoy being a Q is to intentionally limit yourself.
Yeah,
I think if you fully unleashed Q powers, it would get boring really fast. I think you gotta kind of dial it back and do it really slow. You can't eat the entire buffet at once. You gotta kind of scope it all out and choose your corner for that day, and then go.
Or
around.
It can be a chaotic mess and just load up your plate with all sorts of different things that don't go together.
And feel like you've wasted your time at the buffet.
No, some people really finally get to let loose that way. It's like, finally, I get to combine my Chinese food with Mexican.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, want.
By the way, there's if you're local to California, speaking of Chinese and not real Chinese though, not real Mexican either. If you're in the Pasadena area, there's a Pan Express testing lab that will make you a burrito out of anything that Pan Express makes.
What the hell?
So like,
I saw that. It looks gross.
The best is chow mein with orange chicken as a burrito. Fucking delicious.
Did they just wrap it into tortilla?
Yeah. No, I don't like.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Is it a deep fried tortilla? Or is it just
it's a regular tortilla.
It's just a regular.
So it doesn't turn into like a giant spring roll. It doesn't.
No.
Okay, now that I can kind of dig.
Good.
Turn into like a big deep fried egg roll, but filled with Panda Express items. That's
fine. See that I'd be more into. But it's I'd be
into it.
against that for the same reason I'm against like sushi burritos. That's too much.
Sushi burritos. Ew.
Like a mouthful of raw fish.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
gross.
I don't know if I want that, dude.
Let it be, dude. Just let it happen, dude.
Ricardo, you failed us.
You guys don't know what good cuisine is.
I'm good.
I think you could probably put it together. I think a decent burrito could be made, but I need to think about it. It can't just be what I order from Panda and put it in a tortilla and that's it.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, Garrison, for the contemplative question about being a Q. And
Wait,
thank
did we
you.
get answers from everybody?
Oh, I guess technically not. Like Ricardo said porn
No, I said I'd kill people immediately.
and killing people.
Yeah, Ricardo threw out a couple different ones.
Sarah didn't say anything.
What are you going to do? What are you going to
Save all the animals.
do? You want to go home or go to jail?
What about eat all the animals?
No,
Yeah.
I would save and make sure every animal had a warm blanket and lots of love.
You
That's
could
what
just
Even
I would
insects, cockroaches, spiders,
Sure.
Lizards,
lizards.
frogs. You don't
If
like
they
lizards
had a
and
nice,
frogs.
well, they deserve a nice warm place to rest their head away from me though.
Frogs
But
don't
that's
want a
fine.
nice warm place.
Yeah.
Frogs,
They like wet
frogs
stuff, if you know what I mean.
Cold
Yeah.
stuff, whatever, wherever they find comfortable. I just wish peace and love to all animals. That's all.
Yeah, you're the most boring Q in the
Yeah,
world.
We take first thing I'm doing is taking away Sarah's powers.
First thing I'm gonna do is have a Q fight with Q Sarah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
peace and love to animals.
Well, no,
I'm
it's
gonna
just-
eat
it's
all
just
the
like-
animals, then bring them
Yeah.
back.
Like the universe is chaos. You know what I mean? Like just go with it, dude.
I just want peace and love to animals. That's all.
But it's gonna
Very
get-
simple.
That I want to. You know what I would do? You know that game where you set up like large groups of animals and see which side would win. Like you have like 40 wolves versus
Oh
2
my
hippos.
Oh, right.
It's-
I forgot what they call that, but it was
Yeah.
just like one of those simulator games.
yeah, it's like Animal Fight Simulator. Or that might actually be the name. And to do that with real animals.
What was my niece into? What was
Duello
the-
Animal.
Sperm whales
Yeah,
kick ass.
She was really, my niece was into like animal fighting for a really long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Like,
animal-
Hell yeah. Like cockfights and stuff?
yeah, like she wanted to know. She would like try
Versus.
to-
She kept calling it versus.
Oh, animal. Yeah, she would call it verses, and she would.
It was animal
obsessed
fights.
with like animal
Yeah, it was
fights.
animal
yes.
fights, yeah,
like
yeah.
she wanted to
have you
pair
seen
animals up against
have you
each
seen
other.
in real life, have you seen giraffes fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
videos?
Yeah.
It makes me
Awesome.
cry.
They-
It
they're
makes me
necking each
cry.
other.
No, it's so
Why?
sad.
They're just
Well,
doing their
you know,
thing.
I don't like it. I
Sarah, you
don't
know what's so
like
funny
it.
is that like you bring this up like, oh,
don't
peace
like
for
it.
animals, but like
Animals do not want peace.
animals do not want peace.
They
That's
will
the last
not
thing they want.
sustain peace.
Yeah. Like this whole like, oh, like I'm a vegetarian because it's so cruel. It's like, have you ever seen fucking giraffes go at it? Their animals are. That's why they when you
I
are
know,
not
I
acting like
know,
a human,
I
they call you an
know.
animal. You're an animal, dude.
Okay, I
and-
know.
And I love the chaos.
You know what breaks my heart though is when you hear like a cat fight in the middle of the night or something. I'm like, no,
Aw.
you're too cute to be fighting like that. Like, why? Why do
I
you
wanna
look so
see it.
fucking cute when
Sarah,
you're
I need
going
to
at
send you
each
this video I
other?
found
No, I don't
of-
like it.
I saw this video the other day of a camera like mounted to like a cat's collar or something, and it's just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
footage of the cat,
Mhm.
and it just shows how like on site it sees another neighborhood cat and just chases that fucker down like 2
Yeah.
blocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Just
mean,
to fight 'em.
cat fights are so vicious. They tell you not to interrupt one because you can get seriously injured.
Oh, yeah.
If you like interrupt a
Also,
serious
sometimes
cat fight.
that's not a cat fight. Sometimes they're fucking.
They're
Yeah.
fucking, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know. But
So-
Most of the time, they're fucking.
Yeah. If I hear a cat fight and it's within range, I will go outside and try to break it up for sure.
Because you're a pervert and you like to see cats fucking.
No. No kittens. You're not allowed to fuck her, okay? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh no. Well,
Skedaddle.
skedaddle.
Yeah.
Well,
Get
all
out.
well that ends well.
So
Thanks for
that's
li-
the answer to that's the answer to the question. So
Thanks for listening, everyone.
With
If
your
you
Q
wanna-
powers, you would break up cat fights.
yes, break up.
Yeah.
No more cat fighting. Yes, absolutely. That would be my Q power.
if you
Fighting.
guys
because
wrestling
they're so
only.
cute. Do you see how cute they look? Can you imagine these cute little animals fighting? Like, why are they so
I
cute?
can't imagine it because that's nature.
So cute.
That's
Then why
that's
are
a
they
way.
so
That's so.
cute?
It doesn't fucking matter. The
Why did nature
universe.
make
If
them
you
so cute?
if you believe in God, whatever it is, that's the nature of things. It's chaos.
They're so cute though.
They
Make
don't
them
give a
up-
fuck that you think you're
make
cute.
them- Make them ugly then. Make them ugly and fight.
That's
Not
what you'll do as a
cute.
Q. You're gonna make all the animals ugly.
If you're gonna be a vicious fighter, you have to be ugly. Okay. You can't be cute and furry and adorable.
Hot takes.
Yeah, hot takes.
Head on over to fugitiveframes.com if you would
Why
like
don't
to see
you
other
email
things
us?
we-
Hey, audience, email us. What would you do?
Don't
if you
don't
had
email
your
us.
Q
Don't email
power?
us. If you're gonna
I
do
wanna
animal
know.
shit, I don't want to know.
Now, like the issue with this question is just like this is asking people, what would you like to do?
Ever.
If you could do anything.
It's kind of hard to answer that in an all-encompassing way.
It's
Yeah.
true. Because
There's
I
a lot of
think
things
I just
don't
think
wanna
I would
do.
get bored so fast. That's the big problem. To have unlimited
Well, that's
power.
why Q fucks around, right? I mean, he kind of fucks around and
Yeah.
has fun.
If you go to fugitiveframes.com, you can see the Would You Stay Tuned podcast, which is probably going to have a new episode by the time this episode comes out. Our Sopranos discussion. And
Oh,
you-
yes.
Oh, yeah. So you can talk about
Gabagool.
Gabagool and the old days.
Gabagool, smite your enemies.
That's what they all talk about. The old days and
Yeah,
Hollywood.
I highly recommend listening to that episode. It's going to be a good one.
So that's out. And next week, or next time, I should just say in general, we're going to be watching Chain of Command Part 1. So
Part 1. Ooh.
Oof.
Chain of Command is marked
Ugh.
Part 1. So not going to say
Mm.
Ricardo's going to make a big deal if I say anything about it.
Don't
So,
say it's your favorite fucking episode.
Ricardo.
Yeah, dude.
I won't say anything.
Every episode is your favorite episode, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I
Maybe
love
I'll go
this.
smite your
the
enemies.
fact that it is already a part 1 of something,
Yeah,
it,
we know
it
it's gonna
provides
suck.
some expectations.
Yeah. But Part 1 in the middle of a season. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
all right. We'll see you guys next time, everybody, for Chain of Command Part 1. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Later, everyone.